Hey everybody, welcome to another episode. Today we're going to talk about the future of the Pocket PC, aka your smartphone. But it's not just a smartphone anymore. The phone is a feature of your Pocket PC, right? Most of the time we don't even use it as a phone. We text, we use apps, we browse the internet. Some of you guys get on social media, unlike the rest of us. We use it for business and things like that. And what do we see coming forward? Especially with the S21 being out and having its DeX and now wireless capabilities of doing DeX where it can wirelessly connect to a screen and stuff like that. It's absolutely amazing the direction that Pocket PCs are going, especially knowing that later this year Samsung's bringing back Exynos, and looks like they're probably going to put it in all their devices, at least the majority of them. And they're working with AMD and Lisa Su to bring this thing to life. That's really exciting, especially considering that right now AMD is making the fastest processors on the planet with Intel and Apple and obviously Qualcomm and all these other companies really trying to trail behind them and kind of pushing them forward. There's so much competition out there, but finally we're seeing more and more market push, right? We're seeing things get better, see things start to change again. With the slowdown in the sales of phones now, people are starting to keep their devices, hope they can get them fixed, paying for protection plans and things like that, trying to keep their devices 2, 3, 4 years down the road instead of changing every year. Every single year we're seeing less and less updates. And these companies really need to figure out a way to start pushing forward and get people to want to buy these devices. Now, we're a long ways away from me being able to play World of Warcraft on my phone, okay? But we're getting there. Between these smart hubs plugging into your television like my NVIDIA Shield and these devices, the one I'm recording on and the one I have in my hand, which is my Surface Duo, we have a lot of things coming. And while I think the Surface Duo is the beginning of the future, and it is, in my opinion, the best dual screen phone, I haven't messed with all of them, but with the ones I have, this is the best. What I really am hoping is that this is showing where we're going to be going with telephones and Pocket PCs and the merging of that. I want to see the disruption and changes in the phone market over the next 2 years go haywire. I want to see the foldable phones start evolving to the Pocket PC the same way when mobile phones went to smartphones in the early 2010s. And all this stuff started changing so fast. So 2010 to 2016, things were changing every year. And then ever since then, things are just not getting any better. Oh, here's a faster processor, 5% a year. Here's a better screen. AMOLED's been great for years. Let's increase battery life. Well, it's not really getting that much better because you keep making the phones bigger. And then some companies are making things better. And some companies are just sticking with the exact same thing over and over and over again. So realistically, this is what I want to see, okay? And I've talked about this in a couple of videos before, and I'm always using the Duo as a comparison, but while I'm waiting for someone to come out with a single screen version of the Duo, okay, or something, a phone that's a little bit thicker with better specs, I mean, not necessarily better specs, but using this design with better bezel, and then also having more companies do phones like this. What I would really like to see is phones having multiple C's out. So if you look up the the Surface Pro X, it actually has dual USB-Cs on it so that you can charge it and use it as a display. They're both 4K out, so there's a lot you can really do with that device. And with the advancement in the Snapdragon 888, the forthcoming Exynos, the rumors of 2 ARM socks, desktop grade socks coming from AMD, and NVIDIA buying ARM, or at least the process of that, if that ends up happening, we can see things get super advanced, right? And I really want to see this kind of stuff get inside of televisions as well. To this day, I don't understand why there's not more television companies going to NVIDIA and AMD and some of these other companies and being like, hey, can we just take your Shield and just build it right into the television? Like, build it right in, out of the box, and then you handle the Android side of the upgrades, and then we're good. Obviously, the problem with that is companies like Samsung especially, but Sony as well, how they make their TVs better over time by improving their picture quality. But for example, you take a Sony 950G, you put the Shield right in it with the AI upscaling. Obviously, you can get one separately, but if they were to integrate this from the factory, but the reason I'm going over that is I want to see an NVIDIA phone. I really, really want to see NVIDIA by ARM, okay? And obviously they have to keep their licenses with AMD, Intel, Apple, and all these other companies, Qualcomm, and the list goes on, MediaTek and those. But what I really want to see is these phones get so powerful that we're starting to see those, what is it called? The Shield processor that's in, I can't think of the name of the Shield processor right now. But those are so fast. You're talking Xbox 360 performance inside of these little tubes that are smaller than our phones that are sitting behind our televisions. Why can't we do that now? Why can't we do that in our phones and then make them mini PCs? If we combine better displays, better battery life, NVIDIA type processors, obviously AMD will be in the same range, and the Exynos pushing these things to the future. We can start, this is it. This is all we carry every day. We have docks at work. We have a dock at home. We literally plug it in, Bluetooth, boom, 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 get our work done. We never forget, this is everything. This is the future. This, and then our televisions. That's all the technology we really need day to day. And obviously, this is a time for another video, but Tesla obviously is creating a device with a gaming PC built into it, working with AMD. So I'm not exactly sure how far away this is, but the next 2 years, something needs to change, right? We need more than just foldable, right? The last couple of years, this is the only thing changing in the phone market. It's really annoying because I want things to get better. 90 hertz, 120 hertz displays, people, realistically, it's nothing. It's just companies finding a way to be like, hey, there's something new on this phone, buy it. We need to push. We need to go pocket PC, start looking at phones as pocket PCs instead of looking at them as phones, because realistically, they've been pocket PCs for a while. And people don't look at them that way. They're just like, oh, they're just smartphones. They're way better than that. And if people start viewing it that way, people start carrying these things around like it's their day-to-day. They have a laptop for school and work, and then this to work together using Microsoft 365's ecosystem, and obviously other companies, whatever company you want to deal with. I'm using Microsoft 365 is because it's the ecosystem I use. Keeping all my devices together, everything is easy. My pictures, my work, my bills, spreadsheets that my wife makes, like everything is there, and all I need to carry around is this little device. And just like earlier when I was checking out my stocks for the day, getting 2 videos up, boom, right here, working down here, listening to a YouTube video, or reading an article while I'm trying to figure out why the market was crashing this morning, at least for the 2 hours that it crashed. I hope I started buying back in, obviously, while it was on sale. I want to see companies really start to evaluate. We need to vote with our pockets. The same way we have voted the future of cars to be Tesla by giving our money to them, even though they don't make that many devices, and most of us can't even afford their cars or don't want to in my case. But we vote with our pockets and buy the devices that are actually making our lives better, that are innovating, the word I was trying to find earlier, and where we put, not that this is an investment video, but where we're investing, right? For example, when I buy a device or when I decide where I want to put my money for investments, I'm looking at, okay, 2 things. What's going to make more money for me? What's going to change lives? And what's going to change, and in that process, what's going to change my life to make my life better? That is where the direction is going to be. So in the bottom, tell me what you guys think. What is it you're looking for in the future of phones? What do you want in the future of pocket PCs? Think of your phone as a pocket PC. Tell me what you want to see happen. Now, realistically, right, over the next couple of years, what you really think can happen. Right now, mine is dual ports, better battery life, Samsung start using Exynos instead of Qualcomm, and let's start having a 3-ring circles here between Exynos, Samsung AMD's Exynos, Qualcomm, Apple, and then obviously you have MediaTek on cheaper processors. Hopefully they can start competing, and this can go a long ways. All right, guys, see you in the comment section. Again, you're amazing. Thank you for sticking around. You're beautiful. Take care.